What is going on, guys? So today I'm going to show you guys how to kill all of the top tier MBTs. Now if you don't want to watch this video, you want to go test it out yourself with tanks that you do have, please feel free to check the link in the description down below. You will find yourself the tank polygon map. Now just be noted, this is bad frames on this map because there are a lot of objects rendered in a short period of time. So I'm rocking 50 frames a second while recording when I usually get 100 to 150 in normal games. So just think about that. We're going to start here though with the Abrams. Now I'm rocking the bad round, quote unquote, the bad round for the T64B. Now this thing still has enough pen, especially at this range, to go through the front of the tank. But what I'm going to do is just show you where you should be shooting when you're firing against an Abrams in this tank regardless. Because at any range, these little tips and tricks will help you out and you'll be able to kill these tanks. So an Abrams, it's a very scary tank frontally. I will not be able to go through the turret cheeks. I will definitely be able to go through the lower front plate here, but that's not always a guarantee depending on the range. But what I always can do is shoot out the breach. To the left of the breach is this decent sized spot. I'm pretty sure the gunner's optic might be in there somewhere. There's some other stuff right into the left of the gun. Now if you hit this with any type of APFSDS round at top tier, you will penetrate and you will do damage. So here we go. Cannon breach, cannon barrel. This tank can no longer shoot me. So that's a tip and trick that you need to know when you're playing top tier. A lot of people hit me up and they say, how can I face these really good tanks with my shitty tank? And that is the secret there, is if you knock a guy's breach out, he can't kill you. So yeah, you don't eliminate the problem of this tank, but you eliminate the problem of that tank killing you in this time and place. So now that you have time, newfound time, to figure out how to kill the Abrams because he's repairing his breach, what do you do? Now like I said, lower front plate is the best option if you're up close. Far range, I always recommend going for the turret right in here. The turret ring is also a good shot on this tank, but since we're up so close, I know I'm going to penetrate and kill it, so we're not even going to talk about that. What I'm going to talk about is this shot. Now we did upgrade to the higher pen round, by the way, because I ran out. I was doing some testing on my own. Now this round does have 470 mils of pen, but this works with the normal rounds too, so don't worry about it. Now at top tier, these rounds are firing so fast, they're penetrating so much armor that it negates more armor than you think. Usually tanks could side scrape in lower tier games and your APHE will bounce off the sides of them. Alright guys, chill out. I'm trying to make a video, eh? Hey? So this Abrams here, let's say he approaches me from this angle. Most people would try to shoot the turret and not go for this well-armored side, but the thing is, you're firing such a fast round that this well-armored side becomes a not well-armored side, well-angled side. It's not well-armored, it's well-angled. And angle can only help you so much when you're firing a round that penetrates so much. So here we go, side of the tank, bang. We can penetrate, we can hit the engine, we can set him on fire, straight through the side. And he would never see this coming. As an Abrams driver or as a T64 driver, anything, you don't really expect this to happen. This is such a World of Tanks shot to hit. And it's weird that I say that, but anybody who has played top tier World of Tanks understands why this shot is so deadly. It's because the side of the tank has such less armor than all of these components. It's all composite right in here, composite on the side of the turret. It's all fantastic armor. But the tracks stay the same forever. And at high angles, you can penetrate the sides of the tank with no problem. Now, of course, the range will play a factor in this. We're very close, shooting a very hot round. But when a tank comes this close to you and you don't have a lot of time to think, this is sometimes the best shot to take in War Thunder, is right at the front wheel on their tracks right here. You can penetrate the weak side armor. So here we go, we have a Challenger over here. I'll show you again on one of those tanks, and I'll show you that this works with every single tank, even on the T64B. We have a Challenger here, right? He's pushing me straight in the side. Doesn't matter, there goes his turret. And oh, you think the T64B is overpowered? Is that right, guys? Same thing, doesn't matter. I'm gonna hop out and hop into my Leopard 2K and show you that this works for that tank as well. So here we go. Doesn't matter. Bang, bang. instead of hopping in the Leopard 2K for an example, I figured I would just show you guys in the Brennus just how good APFSDS is at this trick, at shooting the side of the tank. Now I say it's a trick, it's not really a trick. There should be some common knowledge, but I understand that it's not what you think. It's not what you're trained to do in War Thunder. You never really shoot sides of angled tanks like this. It just doesn't work. But now at the later tiers, it kind of just turns in on itself, and this is what happens. So as you can see, even with the Brennus, a low tier tank, 8.7, with an APFSDS shell that only penetrates 346 at 100 meters. Now, we are very close to this Abrams, and I did not do as much damage as the other rounds noted, but you can do this in game. This is possible. And from far away, when you get scared, you just pop them in the breach and they can't shoot back at you. You can go through the lower front plate. You can do all of these things. But the most essential are shots like this. Now you see here we hit the track. It's a little bit too armored. But if we just move even a centimeter to this side, we're starting to get shots in that. Which is just fantastic. And once you learn that this part of War Thunder is shooting top tier tanks and where to shoot the top tier tanks, it becomes way easier. And I see a lot of comments, and I feel for you guys. You know, it's not the I don't know. It's just not something you would think of doing. But this is how top tier meta works out right now, and this is how it's got to work out. Is you shoot tanks in the breach when you can't fire back at them, or when you can't penetrate them, you shoot them in the breach, and then when you get the opportunity, you take the weakest spot of the tank and you hit that weak spot. You do as much damage as you possibly can until the tank can't fire back, can't kill you, can't do anything. It's always better to damage a tank than to not take the shot at all. So I'm just showing you guys just how weak these other tanks are. The Abrams is definitely the most well-armored tank in the game. It definitely has the most survivability. So I'm just showing you on the T-64s how easy it is to penetrate these guys with this simple shot. That one, I see, that was a little bit on the border, so it only damaged his ammo rack. But from this, I could see that. I'll probably pen now. And there we go. Hugged it right in between those tracks. Now, like I said on the Challenger and the T-64, the turrets are tough on those tanks, and the only way you're really going to get through most of the time is by penetrating or hitting their breach and then waiting for an opportunity when they're weaker. That's basically how we handle those guys. You can see the T-64B here. The breach you can hit right in this little sleeve area. Now from far away, that's a tough shot to hit, I understand. But you're not going to go through the upper front plate. And with a tank like I'm in right now, the Brennus will not go through the turret. Now you can always try to hit the lower front plate, but that lower front plate is a very thin target. So that's why I like to just wait until these T-64Bs angle a little bit, and then I try to sneak a round in through here. You can see I hit the wheel. You got to slip the round in between or not hit the track at all, because the flat part of the track will eat the shot. But when you squeeze it in, let's see. I'm trying, but when you squeeze it in, you'll get some good results. Here we go. Oh, I'm firing heat. That makes sense. Well, it doesn't matter. I still did it with heat. Let's see. Do we have a Challenger over here? Let's see. Where are you, Challenger? There you are. Let's see if we can get this guy with heat. I'm curious because you will be using heats when you're stock on this tank. Now these side skirts should eat the heat, which they do, unfortunately. Let's see if I can get another one in there. I wonder if this one might kill it. I got the track. I want to blow out one of those panels. They're not falling off. Is it off? Yes. Alright, it fell off. Nice. Now that we have the panel off, let's see if this heat does it. Yeah, the heat does pen it too. That's nice. So yeah, guys, this is the biggest tip in War Thunder I think I could give anybody. Is literally just to shoot through people's tracks. Now, how do you avoid having this done to you, yourself? Obviously, try not to angle the tank as much. Keep your frontal armor facing forward. Hide behind ridge lines, and don't even show the chassis of your tank if you don't have to. That's the best way to play top tiers. Try to always keep yourself hulled down in a good position to where the enemy has the smallest target to hit, but you can still hit them back. So that's about it. I know it was a short video. I got a bigger one coming out later on today, which you guys should very much enjoy. It involves bias and high explosive, so it should be pretty fun. Let me know if this video helped you out, and let me know in the comments down below, or feel free to drop your own tips in the comments down below for playing top tier for some of these newer guys, because it is a change of pace, so to speak. It is fairly different from the normal game, and if you don't know what you're doing, it could be like it's a handful, you know, you don't know what to do. And I don't blame people for not knowing. But complaining isn't the answer. There is a rhyme and reason to this game. There's a way to make the system work for you. And I just want people to not be scared of that. You know, I want you guys to understand that there is a reason, even if a tank is overpowered, underpowered, whatever you want to call it, nerfed, buffed, there's a way to kill it. And it's always evident in War Thunder. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace. If you made it all the way through this video, I want to say thank you. Thank you. You watched the whole thing. Hopefully this does help you. Now, this was just an unedited, quick video. If you stumbled upon this video and you found my channel and you didn't know who I was, consider subscribing. You should check out some of my other content. It's more edited. It's a little bit higher quality. I just wanted to get this across, and I think like this is the best way to do it. It's very straightforward. Just talk about it, show it. Can't argue with the facts. It's right in front of you. And then go in the description and check it out for yourself if you have these tanks and test it out. That's the best way to get better at War Thunder, is just test the limits of all of these tanks, see what you can really do. I'm going to go get some breakfast. Got a big video coming out later on today, so stay tuned for that. I'll give you a sneak peek of it right now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I let him die. You're going down now, son. Sorry about that.
I was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging black, smoking sacks up in axe and sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking fly kicks.